Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmoy Vishwas. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry of Molecules. So today we will discuss about reagent. It's a special reagent and I'll say very new type of reagent. Okay, so that is sodium methyl cyphenyl methylite. Okay, so this reagent we will discuss today, and first of all preparation, properties, and finally stabilization of the intermediate. And during the discussion of properties I will give a brief about Pomeroy rearrangement, that is the application of this reagent. Okay, so a lot of chemistry to be learned in this video, better to say new type of chemistry. So if you think this video is very useful, please pass on to your friends also, because this topic is very new. It may help others also. Okay, so now let's go into the details. See, generally what happens, we do some reaction where we use this reagent sodium hydride in DMSO, and we generally we consider that DMSO act as a base to stabilize the sodium plus cation. Consequently the hydride became more active base and it is performing the reaction. Okay, but this is not actually the case, and this thing will be discussed in today's lecture. Okay, so what do I mean? That during the reaction, this hydride which act as a base doesn't deprotonate the target product. Instead of that, it deprotonate DMSO. See, for better understanding, you may consider acetone. We know the alpha proton of acetone is acidic. Okay, that is the reason we can deprotonate using base, or means strong base, weak base, depending, and that is the reason how base catalyzed aldol condensation happens. So after deprotonation, what it produces? It produces this anion which is resonance stabilized, means this. Actually you may consider this is an enolate. So this thing you may consider sulfur analog of enolate, and it has a canonical structure, that is this SO minus. Okay, now a question may come, why this sulfoxide deprotonates easily? Because see, this is the electronegative atom and it has another canonical form, that is, we know that sulf O minus this plus, and that is the reason for the very high polarity of DMSO. Okay, so there is a separation. So see, because of this, these protons became sufficiently high acidic, and that is the reason for this deprotonation. And think from normal logic. By the way, this is reported by E.J. Corey, scientist E.J. Corey. So think logically. You take 2 millimole of reactant and 2 millimole sodium, let's consider 2.2 millimole sodium hydride in DMSO as solvent. Means if I say something as solvent, it means that lots of DMSO we have. Then probability of abstraction, probability of this hydride to abstract DMSO is more compared to the substrate. So this is the substrate. Okay, this, and actually the corresponding, this base is very strong. pKa of corresponding this is acid is around 35. Source of this information is Wikipedia. So pKa is around 35. This is a very strong base. So what does it, and this makes this reagent very useful as a base, point number 1, or point number 2 as a nucleophile. See, this actually is a carbon ion. So it can act as a base, it can act as a nucleophile based on the situation. Now, the question is another interesting point. See, this sodium hydride, this is a delta negative hydride and this is a delta positive. That's why hydrogen gas is produced which goes out from the reaction material. Okay. Similarly, a similar type of reaction you can observe in case of, if you react instead of sodium hydride, you can take also sodamide. Okay. Then these amide minus act as a base, and same reaction could be done to prepare this anion of sodium salt, and here, like hydrogen, ammonia is produced. So both possible. Now question, if you ask me, I'll recommend this because reagent is cheaper. Okay, so this is the basic about this reagent, means preparation as well as stabilization through conjugation. And so this is the basic. Now question, what is the use of this reagent? So as a base or as a nucleophile. So now I will give you some example about its reaction, as well as we will discuss about Palmera rearrangement. Okay, let's see the reaction of this reagent. Okay, see, as I told that it can act as a base or it can act as a nucleophile. Okay, by the way, such type of reagent is very useful, one of the way to prepare sulfur or phosphorus ylides. I have already uploaded video about Corey-Tchaikovsky reaction or Johnson-Corey-Tchaikovsky reaction. That is one of the application of this reagent. There, this sodium hydride and dimethyl sulfoxide used as a reagent, as a base to deproton, to prepare sulfur ylides. Okay, so so this is the strategy to prepare sulfur or phosphorus ylides, which is useful for alkene preparation. So that's a different thing. Please visit that video. Fine. So this is one of the application. Now, so as a base you can understand. So now let's discuss as nucleophile, what it does and how it does. Question. See, for that purpose we have taken a star, that is a electrophilic, this carbon center. So this attacks, it opens up this and it leaves. So what it produces? It produces R, C double bond O, CH2, S double bond O, CH3. You may consider this molecule analogous to active methylene group. Active methylene groups. Like you may consider acetyl acetone. This, it produces this. And in next, so these protons are sufficiently acidic to be deprotonated or enolized, like as active methylene compounds. Okay, so when you try to reduce this using aluminium amalgam, such type of reagent, then this bond get cleaved, this carbon sulfur bond. Why? Because this bond is weaker, and ultimately what it result? It result from ester to ketomethyl. Okay, see, this ester to ketomethyl, and the source of this methyl group is from DMSO. Okay, so source of this methyl group is from DMSO. Got it? So this is the thing. Now let's discuss the other example, that is this one. In this case you can see potassium tertiary butoxide, it acts as a base, so it can abstract this proton, and actually it abstracts this proton. So first step, what happens? It results in the preparation of this, better to say, resonance stabilized doubly activated carbanion, which then react with this, and here the counter anion is potassium plus, attacks and this, and you know alpha halo acid means alpha halo carbonyl derivative. This is a carbonyl group, so it's very efficient for SN2 reaction. Okay, so that's why this reaction results in RCO, this S double bond O, this, and here you may consider this OET. Okay, so in next step what happens? In next step, this proton abstracted, this leaves, and this reagent leaves. So ultimately what it produces? This produces an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. See this. And actually if you look closely on this reagent, this is a 1,4 dicarbonyl compound. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know 1,4 dicarbonyl compound are very useful to prepare 5-member heterocycles. Please remember this information. It will not heterocyclic compound, so it will not create another pressure in your mind that you have to remember heterocycles. When you read one reaction, try to learn other reaction associated with this process. Okay, fine. So this is. But now last part of this topic is Palmera rearrangement. Palmera rearrangement. Okay, so what this says? Actually, in this case, what happens after this? This results in RCO. This is carbon. This is S. This. Okay, a nucleophile got attacked here. I know this is little difficult to understand. So let me explain that part in details. Means I'll give you a very brief idea. After that, you can do it by yourself also. So this is the thing. So let me give you very brief about this Palmera rearrangement. Means, for example, if you take this derivative and treat this with acetic anhydride, means similar process is in case of tosyl acid and nucleophile. This is similar. Acetic anhydride generates in situ nucleophile. Okay, so it acts as an acid as well as the source of nucleophile. I will explain how. This is now what happens. So this is produced. Next step. See, this sulfur, this has another canonical form, that is S plus O minus, and that makes the reagent nucleophilic. This and it leaves. So what it produces? There was R. So R, this sulfurilides, this sulfur having plus charge, this O, CO, CH3. Fine. This is. Now see, here in the reaction medium there is acetate. Okay. So what this acetate can do? It can attack the sulfur center, or it can abstract the proton. Actually, it acts as a abstractor to proton. So if it abstracts this proton, what happens? The lone pair generated. Actually, this is a very acidic reagent, as I told. That this is like a active methylene compound. So this proton is sufficiently acidic, and that is why it is easy for this acetate anion to deprotonate this. Now acetate is a weak base, but still it can do because it's a doubly activated. So in next step, what is expected? You can consider there is an anion will be generated which is resonance stabilized. Means first of all with this as well as this. Next it will push. It will leave. Okay, see the negative charge is close proximity to the positive charge, means it's an ylide, stabilized because of sulfur, and second because of conjugation with carbon. So it leaves. So what it results? It results in, this is a sulfur having plus charge, this, and acetate left. So in this case this is converted into acetic acid, but in this case this is produces acetate anion. Okay, so acetate can act as a, here acting as a base. So in next step it can act as a nucleophile, means see, this is like a carbonyl group you can consider. So it will attack, and additionally it is attached to this double bond, so it makes this center further electron deficient. So this attack it will open up. So what it will result? It will result C double bond O, carbon, S, O, CO, CH3. So this is nothing but our nucleophile. Okay, so in this way the reaction occurs. That is the mechanism for the overall reaction of Palmera rearrangement, but it's a very brief. If you want further details, please mention in the comment box. I'll try to upload a dedicated video on this Palmera rearrangement in future. Okay, so this is the end of this discussion. What we have learned today? We have learned today about an interesting reagent, that is sodium methyl sulfinyl methylite. Okay, means sodium hydride DMSO mixture produces this stabilization of this reagent. Secondly, this reagent as a base, as a nucleophile, its reaction, and additionally its preparation for the preparation of 1,4-dicarbonyl compound, and in next step, see this doubly activated sulfur derivatives can perform or participate in Palmera rearrangement to prepare such kind of alpha sulfur attached and nucleophile attached derivative. Okay, so this is the end of this discussion. Thanks for watching. If you really like my teaching, please help my channel to grow. First of all, subscribe my channel, Chemistry the Mystery of Molecule, and please press the bell icon to get the notification of every single video I upload. And secondly, share this video, like the video, and make some good comments. So thank you again. Stay happy, stay blessed. See you in my next video.